Are we live?
We are now live on episode number 100, which I don't know how, but we allowed ourselves to get talked into this nonsense.
The fist and the steel is totally okay with what we were talked into.
Oh, so as you can tell, my version of Armstrong is a big fan of my band, Glutton for Punishment, and also my version of Armstrong. I got a satchel, and it's definitely not just a purse. 100%.
Bye.
100%. See,
Well, it's a
if it
sweet.
was a purse, I wouldn't be able to wear it like a satchel.
Is it bottomless?
100%.
That's good. Well, obviously, I am also one of the Antipada brothers, and I built my armor out of cardboard. So I went more with a David LaFuente look for mine. However, this fucking wig will not cooperate.
Well, that's
So
fun.
yeah, and I only built one because I was like, fuck, one was hard enough to build. So
Yeah, well, he only wears one of those anyway, right?
he sometimes wears two. It
I don't know.
depends on like how far you go back, and then sometimes he's wearing like that leather suit with like a weird arm guard on it. However, I feel like the hair that accompanies this piece is very much inspired by the Shadow Man issue where Aerosmith showed up. So fucking rock on. Stay valiant. Mm. So
So if you were really cool, you would have Ray Sremmurd inspired
yes.
hair. Oh
So
man.
yeah, episode 100 is pretty awesome already, because we got to do this. Whose idea was the cosplay thing?
I want to say that that was Jason.
Was it Jason Falter?
Um, I believe so. I'm not 100%.
Jason, if it was your idea, speak up in the chat.
Yeah, my chat is not cooperating with me. As soon as I get it to cooperate, we'll see what's being said. I have no idea if there is even any chat. I imagine that there is.
Hmm,
Um,
not good. Not good, Armstrong.
yeah. Well, as Armstrong, I'm not a master of technology, so um, let's see. Um, man, yeah, people actually are talking, so that's fun. Um, Oh man, and this really does not want to cooperate. I'm gonna go ahead and blame that on the whole Armstrong thing. Um, I
Well,
gotta
if anyone
say,
was going to make a mistake, it would be you, Aaron.
yeah. I guess I mean this look really works for me though, right? I mean this
It
I look
does.
good
It's a
in
good.
this.
The hat's a good look for you. I wear those all the time, so I'm a big fan of them. I probably needed a bit more of a beard for my look, but it's cool. And so is the chat working yet?
It's just being stupid. I think Jason is saying though that the cosplay was his idea. Um, And Bald Moose is a liar. Turns out that he's a lion SOB because he said we look great.
Take
um,
his compliments at this time.
so um, Armstrong does not have any beer right now, but if we look in my bottomless satchel, I may have some provisions. So we might be able to have a good time. But Um, I don't have anything for anybody else. But no, episode 100, one thing that we love to do on this show when we get the opportunity to is give some stuff away. And so, Josh, well, excuse me, Galad.
We are Mel. We are Mel. Fuck. Anyway, it's like this. So we had the chance to give away some gold books. I had some extra stuff just lying around from the last show I went to, which was a long time ago. And so I had the three gold books. And then I also had a copy of The Life and Death of Toyo Harada. We're going to give that away in our Facebook chat because we don't get to do a whole lot in there. So the chat that I put up there, or the thread that I put up there on Facebook today for this episode, leave a comment on there. Like it, leave a comment. Sunday night, 10 o'clock Utah time, Mountain Standard. I'll pick a winner for that. On here, at the end of the episode, we'll pick three winners for the gold books. Also, one thing that happened today at the very last minute, because that's just how it works, is Valiant contacted me, and so Valiant we will also give out now two more winners. So if we can just have five people in chat, your fucking odds are great to win. But Valiant has donated a Bloodshot hat. They have also donated a Exo Manowar New York Comic Con Exo Manowar issue signed by Walt Simonson. Two bookmarks signed by all the people that they had there. So we'll give a hat and a bookmark and a book and a bookmark to a winner also. So five winners right there, plus one on our Facebook thing. So six people that I will send stuff to. So, we like to give stuff away. I love it. It makes me feel good. Even wearing this itchy ass hair, it makes me feel really good to give that stuff away. So there you go.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I wasn't even sure what we were all going to be able to do. So, um, oh my God.
I expected you to have liquor in your satchel, Armstrong.
I do. That's what I was showing you. See, I got a bottle of vodka, and that's actually real vodka. I don't know.
I didn't have time to procure an axe. Um, it's just one of those things, and I don't have any guns. So I was like, shit, weapon wise, I can't do it. But my kid, he loves swords. But it was either this or a lightsaber, and I don't think that would work.
I think Galad with a lightsaber would be pretty badass.
Hell yeah. He wouldn't mess around.
Oh man. Um, yeah, so okay, so to kind of sum that all up, we've got three gold books that we're going to be giving away. Copy of the Exo
Life,
Manowar New
well,
York
yeah,
Comic Con exclusive with
yes,
a bookmark and a Bloodshot hat with a signed bookmark as well.
yep.
So
And the other book that I'll give away on our Facebook. So six giveaways total, five tonight. Oh,
yeah,
and real quick, this has to kind of be said. Um, I'm a little busy, and I don't want to be super busy, but I am unfortunately a little busy. Just give me a few days this time to ship stuff out. That's all I'm going to ask. Be patient. Try to get to it this weekend, but I got a little one, got a little Galad, I got a little Archer up at the fucking hospital. So just give me a minute.
yeah. So he's technically my little buddy, right? Like he's my
He is
sidekick.
your little buddy. That's right, man. Like we, we got the whole thing going on here, man. We just need an Ivar to pop up out of somewhere.
I know that people are asking in the chat where Ivar is and whether Gub Gub is going to make a special appearance, but unfortunately, Gub Gub is buried too deeply in the infinite satchel to be coming out, and he's stuck down there with Bacchus.
So
um,
it's pretty cool that we got to this milestone. 100 episodes, it's a big deal. There's been times where I thought, man, like who knows where this thing's gonna go. But the fact that we did get to do 100 episodes, we're gonna keep going. I mean, this isn't the end of it, as far as I know. But unless Eric's got like some secret he needs to tell.
are you trying to get me to quit the podcast right now? I feel
Oh
like I'm
no,
like
I'm just saying, like,
reverse
I'm
engineering.
like, we have built up to this. I'm just saying, I can't have you leave yet, man. Shit, we gotta keep going.
We got to do at least one more episode.
We gotta do like 300 more episodes. What are you talking about, man? But no, this is awesome, man. Like, it's weird to think that we got this far, just because this podcast has been so hard to do early on. It was really hard to find time to record, and there's been times where we've taken some pretty decent sized breaks, and it's really awesome to get here, man. Like, I think now that we do this live, it does help us commit to doing it like every week that there's books, we do this.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, man. It's been a great time. I think we've been doing this like close to 3 years. It took us like 3 years to do 100 episodes.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't take 3 more years to do another 100, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Um,
When the week that Bloodshot Reborn 10 came out was when we started. So maybe it's only two. I don't know, but it's been a while,
yeah,
and
that's crazy.
yeah,
Wow, that's a long time ago to think about. Man. Um, so through that time, I want to say actually that I don't think any issue has topped Bloodshot Reborn 10 when we started because I gave that a 6 out of 5 because of my insane enthusiasm. And yeah, that book was amazing. And that's still one of my favorite runs.
yeah. The Analog Man storyline is awesome, and even just that whole run of Reborn itself is just great stuff. Lemire's run overall, he's obviously like the guy that everybody has to follow in the footsteps of when it comes to Bloodshot. So, and speaking of Bloodshot, I know that right now I don't have quite the details of it, but there's enough people I've seen share this today. It's on our Facebook group too. It's on Dinesh's page. Vin Diesel has signed a lot of stuff, a lot of Bloodshot stuff, and they're raising money for Paul Walker, the late Paul Walker's charity that he has. So if you're looking to get like a Bloodshot Xbox or like a one of a kind cover that LaRosa did of Vin Diesel as Bloodshot, like a lot of stuff like that. They're doing an auction. I think it goes for a couple more days, and there's some pretty neat like one of a kind items. Obviously, like the book, Xbox, all this stuff. There's also a Bloodshot Salvation #1, the metal cover signed by like everybody on the cast. So if you guys get the chance, the money goes to charity. Some pricey stuff, but it's pretty cool. And like I said, a lot of it's like one of a kind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a chance to look at any of that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. If I ever had the money, that would be the kind of thing that I would be going for sure. But I imagine um, I imagine those will be some pretty high dollar marks that those will hit.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah. I am sweating through my tape so bad. There was like no
um,
way I could put this thing on. Like I tried to like string, and I was like, I can't even tie this shit, man. Like, how hard it is to try to tie something like when it's like stuck. You can't move your hand very well. Like I was like, this sucks. So I was like, duct tape, right? But I'm just like sweating like a pig through it.
oh man, I just love the authenticity of the cardboard.
And one thing that's cool about I don't like I'm not looking to like pat ourselves on the back or anything like that. Like I made the comment jokingly earlier. But one thing that's really great about this, Eric has been on every single episode of this podcast. And even I can't say that.
Oh, that's true. I've had to do one or two without you, but I mean, there were opportunities for you to do them without me, so I wouldn't have been on every episode, but it
Yeah.
hasn't worked
Uh,
out.
but that's a cool little thing. Like this, if you ever want to know if there's ever a chance for trivia based upon Get Valiant, who is the one person who's been on every episode? It's Eric.
Um, we've had we've had some great guests too. Tor has been on a few times. He's a really good friend of mine. And I've really enjoyed that he's, gotten into Valiant and has joined us. Um, we
Travis used to come on a couple times.
Travis was on a couple times. Nick Poffenbarger
Yeah.
had geeked out on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with us a couple times when there wasn't a whole lot of other stuff to talk about. Um, we've had the Hoodoo TV, Hoosier and
And Moose.
Bald Moose. My friend Isaiah from that I know from the comic shop that I go to has been on an episode before, maybe two.
Yeah.
Um, And then we've had some awesome creators, Elliot Rahal, uh, Chris Gage. Um, who else have we had on here? You did some other interviews too.
I did interviews. I interviewed we've done interviews with Rafer, and
Yep.
we did one with David Barron. I want to say we did one with Ryan Wynn. interviewed Bob Layton, which we used on
Yep.
here. Um, Bob Wycheck. So yeah, we've had a few times. We try to do more. It's not the easiest thing to do sometimes, and we tried to get some interviews lined up for this one that would have been awesome, but it just didn't happen. Those people were quite a bit busy this time of year on a Thursday.
Well, I personally blame Jason for not getting Vin. I mean, he said he was going to do it, and
God damn it! You had one job.
uh, oh yeah, Jason's pointing out we had Sierra Foster, we had Aaron and Sean Shonky, and um who else was on that?
Well, I think when we did those, I know Hoosier was on with us on those ones. I think those were the only people that we had from the Ninjak show
Okay,
because
yeah,
I know
Aaron Shonky
other people had
twice.
Kevin Porter and Roku was on one of them, Chantel Berry. So I mean, like it seems like a lot of people made the rounds, but that's all we had. But that was a cool week, man. You could like throw a rock somewhere and someone from the Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe was talking somewhere. Pretty cool.
That was actually like I don't know. That was one of the most intensely awesome weeks of my Valiant fandom, honestly. Like I I don't know, man. If there's a way for Valiant to recreate the experience of that week, that would be because it was 1,000 times better than just like, a movie coming out or something because of the way it was done with the episodes released every day. Um, I don't know,
Maybe when
man.
Bloodshot comes out, they can like let us lower people on the podcast interview somebody. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have Dinesh on to talk about the movie, or if we ever get the opportunity to talk to any cast members. I doubt Vin Diesel will, ever want to come on and get Valiant, but I wouldn't say no.
Hey, Jason, you've got much more time now to work on
Yeah,
that.
like a year and a half, and make it happen. I'll still
Maybe.
give away a book too.
Oh yeah, I got so much stuff in like everything I have now that's comic book related is in storage now just to make room for Archer. So like I don't even know when I'm ever gonna get any of that stuff out ever again. It's just all sitting in my basement wrapped up in boxes and plastic and shit. Who needs it now? I'll give away whatever to have something cool happen.
Yeah, I got a pretty decent Bloodshot collection. I would definitely give it away. Give something away. Philip is asking if we ended up liking Ninjak Versus because he only actually watched the first episode, and I personally loved it. I know that there are some people that didn't like it and didn't enjoy it as much as we did. Um, I think that there are some issues that some people have had with the series that are understandable. Some people were disappointed by the production. Personally, I think the production was exactly what I was expecting it to be from Bat in the Sun. And I think that, the writing, the acting, and the production was all a really awesome way to bring the Valiant characters to life, which has never happened before. And as far as we know, the only for sure time it's going to happen again is when Bloodshot comes out in 2020. Other than that, there's no other opportunity that we're aware of that we're going to see moving versions of the Valiant characters. So only if only for that alone, that series was amazing.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I always feel like I probably didn't like it as much as Eric, just because Eric does have a lot of passion towards it. I don't say that to try to be like, well, I didn't like this or that. For the most part, I think it's awesome. I look forward to the time when I have a chance to actually watch the whole thing, just like in one straight shot. But I'm always kind of taken back a little bit by like how much Eric does like it because Eric does have like a lot of passion towards it. He does enjoy it a lot. He posts it all the time on Facebook, which is just great. Where I'm just like, man, like I just need to like watch it again. I never had any time to watch it since like the week it came out, and a lot of that was like me watching it while my kids were at school, and I had like a really small window to like even watch it. And I was trying to like write about it every single day, just as like a good writing exercise. But it is awesome. I think the costumes look great. I actually think that those costumes, like if you want to look at like comic book characters and how they look versus like the comic book and then like on the screen, Valiant was really, really loyal. I felt like they did a really great job getting people who could make those suits. Because if you even look at like the Marvel movies, like I mean, I think those movies are done really well. The DC movies are done really well. But outside of like Batman and Wonder Woman and like Superman and maybe even like Spider-Man to an extent, everybody's suits are like loosely based off of like what they look like in the comics. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy fucking they switch their looks all the times in the books and they might look like what they look like in the movies now. But I felt like Valiant really did well. Ninjak's suit, the detail that is on that thing is awesome. There was stuff that Aaron Shonke talked about with us that you would never even know about, like if you just watch the show. But like just like that strip down the front of Ninjak's suit, like those were like part of the hilts of all the swords of people and things like that. Like he went into incredible detail like about what that stuff was, and it's unfortunate that there's probably not going to be anything else to follow that up. Just because I feel like he probably had some ideas for like just like lots of Easter egg type things like that. I mean, I think they obviously wanted to do something with Master Dark after it's finished up. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's really great. And Philip, if you get the chance, you should try to watch it all. I think it's on YouTube right now.
Yeah, actually, I've watched the movie version a couple of times because you can find on YouTube the whole all 6 episodes edited together into essentially just run like a movie, and that's amazing. Um, it's honestly like it was really cool to have the episodes come out daily like they did for that week, but being able to go back and watch the whole thing, um, watch it all as one movie, it makes it really awesome. And it is just, a big team Valiant movie. It's basically a Unity movie. Um, yeah. Uh so Travis asked if I've read any VH1 yet, which I've read a couple of issues of Bloodshot, but that's about it.
Blasphemy.
um,
Grill him all the time, Travis. Get him to do it.
so wait, Hoosier, what are you talking about? Bloodshot versus the Valiant Universe with JDF? He said the official Twitter hinted at that. I'm gonna need you to give us some more information here. Um, that I have not heard about that, and if that does happen, I cannot tell you how ecstatic I would be.
That'd be awesome. That would be some great news. But I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, I'm getting encouraged to read VH1. I don't know, man. I'm a VEI fan, honestly. I've got so much other like current stuff. I mean, honestly, the only stuff that I'm like super up to date on is Valiant stuff. And I have so much other stuff that I want to read that I'm a couple months behind. That I just don't feel like I have the time to put into reading a whole bunch of older stuff that is only loosely related to the stuff that I enjoy. So I don't know.
I think that the old stuff gets a bit of a bad rap. I mean, like it's a little hard to like if you're reading like say Unity when it came out, and then you were like, I'm gonna start reading like Solar like 2 years later, you probably wouldn't think it was great. For me, like I couldn't pick up everything. I mean, I started picking up Valiant when Bloodshot #1 came out. And so for me, like I have a lot of fond memories of like Valiant from around that time where I'm like, yeah, I liked what was going on in books. I liked what was going on in Exo War and Turok. I fucking love Turok. Like that was like one of the few books I think I bought every issue of, and didn't have to get anything else when I came back to getting serious with the books. But it's kind of cool now because I've now that like I've had the chance to read every like to read like Unity and like the first year of Solar and a lot of that stuff's way good. Like the first year of Solar, like if they put that shit out today, would be way good. It's just that cool of a story, and I think like in that hindsight of like being like, oh, it's such a good story. I do see like where people are like, I don't really like much of the stuff after those, after Shooter left, but there's still some good stuff here and there, man. Quite a bit. I don't think. I mean, like I know like this gets knocked a lot. I don't think Psylords is like the train wreck that everybody thinks it is. Like I think it's all right, but I don't know. Uzi the Clown isn't that cool. Let's just say that.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that don't have the motivation to go do that. There's not really a whole lot of news. A lot of times we try to talk news. Really, the only news is the fact that we have reached episode 100. Uh,
No, there was some news. I mean, New York Comic Con, there was a couple things that kind of came out. One being that like Rye is going to come back. There was art that they did show. I mean, they had hinted at it like at I think Rose City, but they did show some art of like the sword going through the red sun or bloodshot symbol, however you want to put it, really, And so that's going to happen. It was also hinted that Fred Van Lente is going to write something for Valiant again. Now, whether that's Rye or if it's something different, who knows? I'm trying to think. I thought there was something else that got really news broke on. I know they're going to finally do a bust of Faith. Imagine that.
yeah.
But it's like, come on, man, I got Bloodshot coming out. Let's see some Bloodshot stuff.
Oh, I'm sure that through the last half of 2019, it's going to all be Bloodshot leading
Yeah,
up to the movie. Um, but no, I don't know. I mean, none of that stuff was like really huge news. We didn't get like a slate of new books announced. I mean, I know we've still got the Valiant Beyond stuff coming out, but I mean, it's cool that Rye's going to come back. I'm curious to see who's going to be doing that. It is nice that they're putting out the Bust of Faith because, any more of that kind of stuff that we can get out there, and that way fans of the character uh, can have that type of stuff. It sucks when you're a fan of a character and there's no available way um, to show your fandom. You know what I mean? I'd love to have Bloodshot action figures and stuff like that, but yeah. Question in the chat is one question if we got a chance to see the new glass cover. I saw it a little bit, like a video of pictures and a video of it. I think it was pretty cool. Did you get a chance to see that, Josh?
I did, and that thing looks awesome. And apparently, it's for being glass. It's like tempered glass. It doesn't break very easy. Like supposedly, people were like hitting that thing on like smack it against things and doesn't do anything. So like for people who are like, oh man, $250 or $300, whatever it is, to get one of those from their shop. I don't want to get something that breaks. Sounds like it's pretty durable. CGC will grade it, but it looks cool. And I think like, fuck man, like it's got Doug Braithwaite art on it, and his art looks awesome. And I don't normally complain about his art. I don't know though if like maybe he did a little bit more work on this image just to kind of make it as nice as it was. I don't know who colored it, but it just really pops to me. Like it's a really nice looking image. So one more thing I'm not gonna be able to get because I don't have any of the metal covers, but damn that glass cover. I think that glass cover looks better than any of them, personally.
Yeah, I've got a Bloodshot Salvation metal cover, but I seriously doubt that I'll be getting a glass cover. That just doesn't seem, yeah. Um, oh, another question. Who's working on Life and Death of Toyo Harada besides Dicer? And Philip answered that correctly. It is Kafu doing the art. I actually got a copy of the Ashcan version, and it's pretty fucking cool. I haven't read it yet, but I will be reading it soon, and I'm pretty excited about it. The only thing that I read was on the inside cover is a little some words written by Josh Dysart about his time working with the Harbinger characters with Toyo, and it was kind of cool to see what he had to say about that. Um,
My favorite thing about that book is that on the cover, apparently Miko's scanner is super dirty, and there's an ant on like the right hand side.
yep, pretty amazing.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Um, but yeah, so not a whole lot of other stuff. I'm sure people want us to get to the giveaways. I'd like to talk about the actual book that we have to review before we do that, though.
Yeah, let's talk about Ninja K-12. Came out this.
Um, this is what is this? The second issue of this current arc Fallout,
It is.
and we've only got two issues of this run left, which is a huge bummer. Um, did you get a chance?
I was gonna say we do spoilers. So if
Yes.
you haven't read the issue, you know, maybe just plug your ears for a bit. I don't know. But we do talk about stuff that's happened in the book. So hopefully you read it. Came out yesterday. I think you probably did.
Yeah, hopefully everybody is up to date on Ninja K. This book is amazing. But yeah, so we are going to go into spoilers. Did you get a chance to look at the covers though?
You know what? I did not with this one. I did mess that one up because I only got a chance to look at the A cover, which is all right.
There is, I think it's the B cover by Coy Turnbull, and it's really, really awesome. I'm trying to remember. It reminds me of the backups from Kint's Run. I can't remember the name of that artist that was doing those backups for a little while that were really good. Um,
Some of them were Butch Guys, and
no, it wasn't that. It was a little, it's a little bit more cartoony of a style. Um, I don't know a good way to describe it, but
do you know the issue?
what?
What issue? Do you remember like the storyline that it was in?
I think it might have been the backups for the Fist and Steel arc.
Oh, don't ask
Exactly.
me.
Um, but the art for this is really, really good. I that so that B cover is my favorite. The Adam Gorham variant is awesome. I don't remember what the preview or the pre-order edition cover looks like. I don't have that one in front of me, but the A cover is cool. It's a cool Kano cover, but that B cover is my favorite. Um, but yeah, and then the art on the inside is Roberto de la Torre. And I'm not usually a huge fan of his style, but I think that how kinetic he's making everything, everything feels like it's moving. And I think that he's been doing a really good job of keeping the book exciting because he's taking advantage of that aspect of his style.
Yeah, so the storyline, if you remember, like last issue, Ninjak goes to Russia or the Ukraine, I think it is actually. I'm not sure if they're both the same thing or not. But he goes into this village, and people there are supposed to be messed up from Chernobyl and from things like that, and everybody there seems to be healthy. And a quicker looks appears that the dying one has done some crazy stuff to some people. There's some survivors, and they're all back to normal, and they're out to get Ninjak. And so, like this issue, it opens with Ninjak trying to like get out of a conversation with Neville because Neville was kind of eavesdropping on his conversation with Livewire, and he doesn't want to give up where she is yet. And one thing I thought that was kind of cool about this was that you can kind of hear it in like Ninjak's words that like his own word means a lot to him. Like him not being able to like tell Neville everything. He doesn't want to because of like what his situation is, but at the same time he's like, oh, I'm no better if I can't, rely upon my own word with someone, like being honest, which I thought was a cool moment. And then from there, it's back to the villagers, and then Ninjak finds basically like some giant like the art was a little bit muddy to me on this part, but it's basically like a giant like creature just composed of a bunch of parts of bodies, which seemed pretty cool. And then what I thought was a pretty awesome fight with Galad that didn't quite end up the way I thought it would, just because I thought that when with the way things were going, I thought a different ending would happen. So it was quite surprising.
Um, yeah, um, I was really surprised that um, it seemed like he was actually bringing Galad back. And I was wondering, like, how are they going to do this so quickly? Like, there's still a couple issues left of this arc. What's going to, like, what could the rest of the story be? And then he wasn't able to bring Galad back. So now this huge question mark of if that's not enough to get Galad back into his own body, then what is Ninjak going to have to do? And also, the dying one was saying that MI6 was sending a team in to take Ninjak out. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to imagine what's going to be coming. But that's what makes this book so exciting. Honestly, this is still the best book on the stands to me.
Yeah, I feel like this issue and the next two issues that come out are like still like my favorites for things I'm going to be reading. I thought that was kind of an interesting turn of events because I really want to know like what's happening on Galad's side then, because it was really interesting how the dying one's like basically like, hey, I didn't spend all this time trying to get into Galad's body just to lose it the first time I die, So it's kind of a nice twist. It didn't just move things along where it's like, okay, Galad's back, and now like we're gonna have him finish off these little grotesque people that are left, but I don't know. We'll see what they do in the next two issues. I feel like there could be a really interesting, um, kind of an interesting way that they're going to leave Ninjak when the series ends. Where maybe Ninjak's a little bit on the run. And, it looks like he's at cross purposes with MI6. Maybe he puts himself just like in a lot of hot water. When this whole story arc is over. But I like it a lot. My only knocks on this entire book, and I normally really really like Roberto De La Torre, and his style is still way cool. It's just that there were times when I was looking at this book where I was like, what am I looking at? Like the way that like his colors contrast with his darks. I mean, it's a really dark looking book, and it works really well with the story. But at the same time, there's just times where I want to be like, I just wish I could kind of see a little bit more clear at what I'm looking at, just because the way his style worked. I just felt like at times it was kind of difficult to make out what I was actually seeing on the page. But even with that said, I mean, like, it's still a really great book, and there's still a lot of times where I liked what I was looking at, but there was a few times where I wish there could have been a little bit more clear art.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I feel like um, this is why I've said before, Roberto Del Torre isn't my favorite artist. There have been a couple of things that he's done that I think his style fit really well for, and I think that there are aspects of his style that is working, that are working really well for this book. But I also like, if this was being done by a Diego Bernard or a Cafu or um, you know, one of those types of artists, it would be a completely different book. Um, and honestly, I probably would enjoy it more, but I do like how kind of frenetic and kinetic his style is making this book. Um, for me, it's not knowing that the book is ending is making it hard for me to enjoy it as much as I was, simply because I know that that end is coming. And one of the best parts about the book was knowing, feeling that hope that something that good could last. And unfortunately, it's only going to last a little while longer.
I don't know. That's kind of hard to say because I feel like being a Valiant fan, you have to always come to terms with the fact that the books don't last forever. We're it'll be really hard to see if we ever get a book, at least in like the next couple of years, where like nothing's gonna reach XO. You know, 50 issues. Maybe the current run goes past 25. Maybe it doesn't, but nothing else really even lately has gone that high. So 14 issues makes a really great story overall. Um, but I also feel like, I can still enjoy it. I know the end's coming, but at the same time, I'm really enjoying the book a lot. There's a lot of great stuff going. I think this is like the best thing I've ever read by Chris Gage. Now I don't have the opportunity to read everything he's doing right now, but I read this, and I used to not think that his work was great. I thought it was good, but this is one of those works where it's just kind of blown me away. And when I talk to my friends, my local friends here that read comics, and they'll be like, "What's the book you read that you like the most?" I always tell them Ninja, and they always are like, "The Chris Gage book?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but it's like crazy because I can't believe how much I like his writing on this book. Like this is the kind of character he writes really well. I wish I could read stuff like Spider Geddon just because he is writing it, but I don't know. I mean, there's also a part of me where I'm just like, I don't care about some giant Marvel storyline involving like every single Spider-Man version you have. But this is great. And so I'm definitely looking forward to the next two issues. I hope that this is a book that has a very strong ending. But I kind of feel like I haven't been let down with a single issue on this. Every issue I've read of this, I've enjoyed so much. I honestly would even say that like the Coalition storyline, which was the last storyline, might actually be my favorite Ninjak story ever. I really like it that much. I think it's an awesome story. I think this one's great. I think the opening arc was great. So I don't know. You can still enjoy it. I mean, it sucks to look forward to the fact that it's going to end, but I think like at the same time, I'm looking forward to the ending because I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be something top notch, and I think that this is the kind of arc that people are going to be talking about when they talk about like the best story arcs that VEI's had. I think that this Ninja K storyline or any of the storylines from this Ninja K arc or run are there.
Well, to me also, I kind of look back at Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, which was also a 14 issue run, and that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Um, I keep meaning to go back and reread it again, um, but I mean, that's a good length. Ivar had 12 issues. That was an amazing run. Wrath had that was 14. So getting 14 from Chris Gage on Ninja K is pretty awesome. And I agree with you that I think that this is kind of this Ninja K title is right up there for me with things like the Valiant and Bloodshot Reborn as some of the best things that I think the Valiant has done. And I'd probably put Book of Death on that title or on that list as well. Um, but for me, I would say, I mean, this is a tough book for me to score. I do have some issues with the art, but it's also still really, really good. Um, so I'm going to go with a 4.25 out of 5. Obviously, a really high score. I think this is a really good book, and it deserves it.
yeah, I think that's a fair score. I probably would have. I mean, like if we did, I remember back in the day when we did these episodes, we would be like, I would give the writing this, I give the art this. I'd give the writing a 5, and I'd probably give the art like a 4, like a 3. So I'll go a 4. Um, but I mean, again, like I just think like the things I read from Chris Gage in the Valiant universe are awesome, and it's a shame he's leaving. And I feel like I almost feel like this dude probably had like a ton more stories he could have told because everything has been so top notch. We don't have that point where it feels like we're like wandering down like a shitty story where it's like, oh, we just gotta go play through the motions here and get it over with. Like this thing's great, man. It just makes me wonder like what more we could have had. It's really disappointing uh, in that way, but it is what it is.
Oh, Oh, I do have to agree with what's being said in the live chat. Secret Weapons would be on that list of the best things Valiant has done.
Oh,
With
definitely,
the
definitely.
Valiant Book of Death, Bloodshot Reborn, Ninja K. Yeah, Secret Weapons is absolutely on that list. 100%, no doubt about it.
One thing that we should probably do. I'm just gonna throw this out there, but the next time there's a week where no books come out, let's do an episode where we just talk about what we think are the best storylines.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good topic to have. We haven't had one of those kind of episodes ever, and I love to talk about Armor Hunters, which I think is
Cool.
one of the best storylines that Valiant's done. So we should do that. We should put that out there,
All
and
right.
definitely.
Well, when you and I can talk privately and agree on a certain number like that you want to talk about and ones that I want to talk about, and then we'll both read all of them, and then we can do that. I think
Oh
that sounds
yeah,
like good.
we'll figure it out when the next time there's a week where nothing comes out. We'll do it.
Let's do it. Um, so yeah, I think that this has been a great book with Ninja K. I can't wait to see what comes next. Speaking of things coming next, next week we're getting one book again, which will be Quantum and Woody number 11, which personally I've been so hyped on Elliot's work on Quantum and Woody so far, and I think that Joe Eisma is doing a really good job. So I'm really excited for that issue, but that's another one where the negative thing is the fact that it's going to be ending.
Mhm.
We're coming to the end of uh, Quantum and Woody, and I really like having a Quantum and Woody book around. So,
So who's in
uh,
chat right now?
so here's what we're going to do. I need everyone who wants to enter to win these books, all five prizes that we're giving away. Um, Jason said he thought that non-book weeks were when we talked about Valiant High.
Those are weeks that should have been non-weeks.
Yeah. We don't talk about that anymore, Jason. We're past it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, but like it's just like who cares? Another thing that I'm
Um,
not going to do anything else with.
okay, so I stopped halfway through what I was trying to say because of that horrendous comment. Um, just tell me that you want to enter. I see a couple of me's. I'm gonna make you type again. Say I want to win, something like that. Then, oh my God, Jason, why? He said it wouldn't be episode 100 if we don't talk about Valiant High and the blind bloodshot issue.
I would
Gotta bring
rather
him up.
never talk about the blind bloodshot issue ever again.
Okay, so far we only have one entry. Jason Palisano is entering. I'm gonna bring up a randomizer. Or do you want to do scraps of paper?
Well, that's why I wanted to know who all was there because I can just put people's names on paper. But if you have the randomizer,
Well,
that
I can
works.
just do a randomizer on my phone.
I mean, do we
Um,
have enough people to do 5 giveaways?
oh yeah, we definitely do.
Okay,
So right now we've got
I'm just ready to write down winners.
um, let's see how many we've got. Will you ship to the UK?
I will.
Okay, so Rebecca, you're good.
On giveaways, I will ship anywhere because you know what? Like, it's no big deal.
Awesome. All right, so here's what in the F? Oh, okay, you're good. Don't worry about it. Um, so let's see everybody who is entering here before it gets completely out of my control. So we've got Jason P. We've got Philip. I'm writing them down. Are you writing them down too?
Yep.
I got it. I'm on top of it.
Okay.
Um, H2O. I'm just going to call you energy. I don't know what that's actually supposed to be.
H2O is water, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying what the screen name is. It's H2OENGR303. I don't know what that means. I'm
Thanks for
just gonna
being here, though. You know.
put Moose is in there.
Oh, and real quick, while he's gathering names, if you are a winner, contact me on Facebook. Send me a private message. Tell me your address. It makes things very easy.
Sorry, I'm still typing names here. Uh, Al. Oh, water engineer. Okay. All right. It's Todd Lewis.
Todd.
Okay. Okay, so do I have everybody? Oh, I almost missed one of our most consistent viewers, which is Sean Hayes. He and Jason Falter are always hanging out with us.
Is
Um,
William in?
I don't see him. I think maybe he was on earlier.
Oh wow.
Um, Let me double check where we were at. Okay, so we've got Jason P, Philip N, Todd, Moose, Hoosier,
Oh,
uh,
Hoosier.
NES Master, Rebecca, uh, Sean, Jason F, and okay, awesome. So I think that's everybody. We've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Got nine people. with 5 things we're giving away right now. What I'm going to do is when someone wins, we're not going to let them win multiple times. So I will take your name off of the list and then re-randomize it. So let me copy the list as it is right now. Okay. So as you can see, if you can see it,
It's very blurry. We'll take your word
yeah,
for
but I've got the list there. So I'm going to randomize it 5 times each time, and whoever comes up on top, that whoever's number one after 5 randomizations, then you will be the winner. So we've got I hit it once, hit it twice, hit it 3 times, hit it 4 times, and
Real
whoever's
quick,
on
real quick.
top.
Before you do number five, which item should we give away first?
Oh, well, that's a really good question. Um, what items should we give
Bloodshot
away
hat.
first?
Let's do the bloodshot
Bloodshot
hat.
hat?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for the bloodshot hat. And the winner of the bloodshot hat is, I don't know if you can even see it,
Nope.
Moose.
Moose one.
The bald moose has won the bloodshot hat.
God, bald people need hats. That's great.
That was apparently the best person to win.
Okay, so the next one is going to be the XO book signed by Walt Simonson from New York Comic Con.
And I'm sorry, Moose, you are coming out of the list. Um, all right. So the next one is the signed XO book, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we've got one, if this will cooperate with me. All right. So I've randomized it once, twice, three, four, and the winner of the XO book is going to be.
Is it Sean? Is it the top name that's doing it?
It is the top name, Sean. Sean has won a signed EXO book, so
All
that's
right.
pretty awesome.
Awesome. Okay, next up, let's do the XO Gold.
All right, so Sean will get the signed EXO, and why is it not? What in the world? Sorry, this is being it's being tricky for me. So I got to take. Oh, I didn't copy it again. So I got to take Moose and Sean out of the list. All right, well, now we're giving away the XO Gold. So I've done it once, twice, three
Three times.
times, 4 times a lady. And the winner of the XO Gold is going to be
Jason.
Jason F. So Jason F is the winner of the XO Gold. I'm pretty stoked that we've got some of our regular listeners winning. This isn't rigged or anything. So,
Next up, Quantum and Woody won gold. The current Quantum and Woody gold.
oh, I don't know if I have one of those. I should get one of those.
Well, enter yourself in the contest.
That's not a conflict of interest.
Not if I'm the one sending it out.
All right. So I'm sorry. We're doing the Quantum and Woody Gold now.
Yeah.
All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so the winner of the Quantum and Woody Gold gonna be Hoosier.
Sure.
Hoosier came out on top for that one.
Okay, so the last one, Ninja K Gold.
Wait, how many have we given away?
We've given away four. So we have one more to give away.
Why am I not counting this correctly?
I've written down everything, so we have one more to do. We've done the hat, the XO19. We did the XO Gold and the Quantum Woody.
Oh,
You
that is four.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I know how to count. Okay. So Hoosier just won that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the people still in the contest who can win. I'm sorry. What's the last one we're doing here?
Ninja K Gold.
Ninja K Gold is going to go to, so the people remaining, so that we know that the list is still legit, the people remaining on the list: Jason P, Philip M, Todd, NES Master, and Rebecca.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you should talk to Hoosier after this.
Apparently. All right, so I hit it once. We're going to do it 5 times again. Two, three, four. All right, so whoever ends up on top is going to get the Ninja K Gold, which is friggin' awesome. And the winner is Philip.
So,
So
everybody who won, send me your address. Some of you, I might have your address already, but just because I know some of you people from other places than just here. But yeah, send me your addresses. We'll get stuff sent out. Sorry to everyone who didn't win. But there will be more giveaways in the future. And also, we still have the one more to do on our Facebook page to win the copy of The Life and Death of Toyo Harada. So, like the post, comment, you might win.
yeah, so this wasn't your last opportunity to win with our episode 100 extravaganza. Obviously, yeah, we just gave away 5 things. There's still a sixth thing to give away on our Facebook group. Um, so, yeah, that's really awesome that we were able to do that. And like Josh said, this won't be the last time that we give things away. Next opportunity we get, we will definitely give some things away. And yeah, as long as everybody hits up Josh with your addresses, he will be able to get the prizes out to you.
I
And
try to package really well too.
yeah, Josh is really good at shipping comics. I every time we've transacted and he sent me stuff. Actually, um, I think the first time that you and I interacted was when you sent me some books.
The Dr. Mirage books.
Yeah, because I was trying to put together a full VEI collection at the time, and I could not find a couple of the Dr. Mirage books anywhere, and you hooked me up.
Yeah. And I remember that back in the day, there used to be the pay it forward thread on Valiant Comic Fans where, you'd get a package sent to you from a fan and, you take a little, leave a little and pay it forward, and Eric sent to me and he packs well too because I just remember he gave me a whole unused roll of bubble wrap
It's
and that
true.
got used. That got used on the next one. So that was very awesome. Hey, real quick before we wrap this up, there's something I do want to say. So, if you're a regular listener or if you're someone who follows me on Facebook, I have a little guy that I just adopted. His name's Archer. And we adopted him about a month ago. He was born at 2 pounds. He's a little guy. And, over the course of like sharing that information with people, I've had a lot of Valiant fans reach out just to be like, hey, what's going on with Archer? How's the little guy doing? And, I had one person, I don't know if they would even want to be named, so I'm not going to, who made it so my family will eat pizza for quite a while. So, it's been really great that people who don't really know me very well have chosen to interact with me, to find out how my child is doing. He's 4.5 pounds almost now. So he's definitely growing. And it means a lot to me. I just want to say thanks to the people who have just asked how my kid was doing. It means the world to me. It meant the world to my wife. My wife was really taken back when she's like, why are all these people asking about our kid? Like, I can't believe it. Like, It's just really nice. It's a nice community, and it makes it feel like a community because I feel like a lot of times it doesn't really feel that much of like a community, you know. But we all know each other. I feel like I know a lot of you really well, and through like the conversations I've had in the last month, I feel like you know me a little bit better too. So I just want to say thanks.
Yeah. Um, Everybody's being awesome in the live chat, saying, we can't, like Todd said, people are doing that because we're Valiant, and that's one of the nice things about the Valiant fan community is that we do come together as a community, as a kind of family. And it's one of the things that I really like about it. I'm glad that people have been, showing you love and support. Obviously, it isn't the most fun thing to have a little one, requiring medical care, but hopefully, he continues moving in a positive direction and is home with you guys soon.
Indeed.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks everybody for tuning in, making episode 100 awesome. Uh, I would say that, I think I probably just crushed all hopes of anyone to be able to ever do the best Valiant cosplay because I just nailed it.
Eat your heart out, Jesse Fresco. Shit.
Look, do you see this totally not a purse that I bought today and this awesome hat? The dedication.
And I only say that as a joke because Jesse does a hell of a job as Bloodshot.
Oh my God, yeah,
He
Jesse's an
is the
amazing costume.
Bloodshot
There's
forever.
also James Robinson, I believe, who does Woody all the time, and
He
he's
does an
super
awesome.
awesome. Yeah. No, I'm definitely not serious. There's so many amazing cosplays out there.
And I'm
Um,
sure none of those Faith cosplayers are using cardboard. So, like, hats off to you,
but
ladies.
now we know that they should be, right? Because of how awesome it turned out.
I don't know if I would use that word, you know, but
It's pretty epic. When you sent me the picture of that, I was pretty impressed, I gotta say.
the duct tape work is excellent.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, it's way better than mine.
I don't know. We just got you. You look pretty well like Armstrong, you know. You just need to get hammered.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even drink any of my vodka. Oh
You know,
well.
if this shoulder pad would have stayed on, like it would have been all right, you know. But oh man, it sucked.
Oh man. Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Oh, they pointed out that Master Martel or whatever his name is that did that Divinity cosplay. That was pretty fucking
Oh
amazing.
man, yeah,
Oh,
that one
Jacob
awesome.
Robinson. Is that the guy that does Woody? Jacob Robinson? I think I said James.
Jacob, I think it is Jacob.
Yeah, so my bad on that one. My apologies. Todd corrected me. Thank you. But yeah, there's some amazing cosplays out there. I love that Valiant has supported the people who are doing cosplays of Valiant characters and the community. We always rally around them and support them when they do that. And yeah, I know Hoosier has done the 1% before, and that was actually pretty fucking
That,
awesome.
that's how I met him, and that
Yeah.
thing was awesome. He did a lot. That's something that like fuck my arm guard that's made out of cardboard. He did the most incredible job making a golden bullhead out of cardboard. That thing was rad.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we get some more people doing some awesome Valiant
I
cosplays.
I hope you people out there who are afraid to cosplay look at Eric and I as people to be inspired by and be like, one day I too can do that.
Yeah, if we can do it with cardboard and not a purse, you can do it too.
The fist and steel of the earth supports you.
Damn straight. So signing off, I'm Aramani Pata,
I'm glad, Anipada.
obviously, and I hope that you all stay drunk.
Stay valiant.